Hi, I'm Luke Nichols with Nichols Green.
Hi, I'm Dan Stevens.
And we're not drunk.
Well, not yet.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to try and see what affects a breathalyzer test. We're going to try different foods, different ingredients, some toiletries, see what kind of things cause breathalyzer errors. All right, now we're going to prove we're not drunk. We're going to use the CMI ST2. This is the preliminary breath test device used by the Fairfax County Police Department and many of the departments here in Northern Virginia. This device works on the same principle as almost every breathalyzer device out there on the market. It's an electrochemical cell. So we're going to see whether or not we are sober, starting with Dan.
All right.
So I'm going to hit set. Okay, and keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing. Alrighty. So right there, that is 0.001, which is within acceptable range of 0. So anything 0.002 to 0.00 negative 2, you know, that's legitimate. All right. By the way, that was an old straw. I have no idea how many times I've used that. I'm gonna get a fresh straw. All right, so we're gonna hit set. And what you'll see is there's a little light here that tells you you're blowing hard enough, and the green light tells you you blowed long enough. All right, 0.001. Whoa, 0.002. Alrighty, so
Okay.
so,
I win.
so now you know that all of our problems are not related to being drunk. Anyway, so first off, got some Minute Maid orange juice. So we're gonna see if this does anything.
Tastes good.
Want to share?
No thanks.
Got your own straw?
I already got your germs, so.
All right. .002. So no dice on the orange juice. Oh, 0.003.
Wow.
Yeah. So very, very little. 0.004. Look at that.
I think it's a mimosa.
So this is an extremely small amount of alcohol. It's 0.002. I mean, it's a very minute amount. But a very small amount. Mm-hmm. Leave this out under the radiator for a little bit longer, maybe that number would go up. So now we've got jumbo honey buns.
Yummy.
So we're gonna go see if these contain any alcohol. Here you go.
Okay.
One for you.
Great.
Okay, it's for science, so we gotta make sure. Yeah, it's for science.
Science is awesome. You going for the whole thing, huh?
Yep, two of them. For science.
It's only for science.
They're really good.
Okay. So. Okay.
Whoa, that one's taking off like a rocket. 0.039 seems to be where it's plateauing at. Wow. That's almost twice the legal limit if you have a restricted license, or if you're a minor. It's been about 6.5 minutes.
6 minutes, yeah.
So the machine's finally cleared out, so we're going to try it again. See if it's 0.002. So about 6 minutes after I ate the honey bun, there's no alcohol left. I'm back to what I was beforehand, 0.002. So,
Honey bun, 6 minutes.
So honey buns definitely have alcohol in them, but it's gone within 6 minutes. So now I'm going to try Tic Tacs while Dan works on his second round.
Honey bun.
So to do a fair sampling, we're going to have to really give it a go.
Gosh, sounds like it hurts.
It's done. Okay, so I just ate more Tic Tacs than any human being should ever eat. We're going to see what it does.
Minty.
Oh yeah. 0.001. Actually went down. All right, so now we're gonna try Dijon Mustard. So see what happens with that.
You got some on your suit.
Woo.
Okay.
Hey. Nope.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Which means
Just a long, lingering, horrible taste.
God. You want some Tic Tacs?
All right, we're gonna try some pure vanilla extract. I think maybe just take a little on your finger and swab it in your mouth.
Think so?
Just to try it for a little bit, because nobody drinks it like
Well,
that.
I'm not gonna drink it. I'm just gonna switch it around and spit it out. And try it.
Just a little bit.
There's definitely alcohol in there. Oh my gosh. Alright, ready?
Yep. Going. Oh, jeez. Sir, you're not driving home today. How much alcohol is there?
35%.
Okay, yeah, so vanilla extract is essentially vodka where you put a vanilla bean in it and let it sit for a month or two.
It is
So
strong vodka.
it is a strong vodka. So this is like you have been kissing the Grey Goose.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to slow down at 0.466. So at that low level, the highest DUI I've ever heard of was 0.466. So, or that I've ever personally messed with. All right, so now we're going to try a Cliff Bar and see what this does. So this is white chocolate macadamia nut. It doesn't have alcohol in it. At least it'll give me the protein and carbs I need to get through the day. Mmm.
That looks good.
All right, 0.011.
Nice.
So that's what I get. Well, 0.012. So 3 bites, 4 bites from a Cliff Bar, and I'm on there. If I ate the whole thing and blew into it, I probably would get a little bit higher
too.
So now we're going to try a little PAM non-stick spray. Normally you put this on food or in a skillet, but we don't want to contaminate our experiment. So we're going to go straight to the source.
Yay.
Tastes like rubber cement.
Perfect. All right.
Ugh.
All right. Let's see how
All
it
right.
goes. Well,
0.001.
sorry.
Oh. The internet told me this would work. Well, that just goes to show you. Don't leave it.
anything on the internet.
Okay, now we're going to try a normal, ordinary piece of white bread.
You want any Pam on that?
No, no.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
Oh.
Okay. Blow, 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 blow. Okay.
Right there at 0.019. Oh, 0.02. That right there is an ignition interlock failure. That'll get you violated on your probation if you're on a DUI and have ignition interlock. And that is the legal limit for people under the age of 21.
One piece of bread.
One piece, not even one piece. Now we're going to try some extra gum, peppermint flavor.
Couple pieces.
There we go.
All right.
That's it, 0.002.
Nothing. All right.
No dice. Now you hear a lot of people say, if you have gum in your mouth and you take a breath test, that affects it. It's true, but not for the reasons that people think. The gum doesn't have alcohol, but the gum traps alcohol. So if you drink alcohol while chewing gum, the alcohol gets stuck in the gum, and then when you take the breath test, you release some of the alcohol. So As long as you aren't chewing gum while you have alcohol in your mouth, gum doesn't appear to affect anything. All right, now we're going to try toothpaste. Does toothpaste cause a breathalyzer to do bad results? So let's see. All right,
here we go.
.001. Nope.
No.
Nope.
No toothpaste.
Yeah.
All right, so next we're going to do the saltines with the hot sauce on them.
I've heard rumor hot sauce will do it, but I'm curious about this one.
Oh, I could smell it already.
Pungent.
Mm-hmm. Go right on the tongue. Come on.
All right.
0.0.
0.004.
Nice.
So it looks like there's a trace amount of alcohol in there.
And that was probably 1/8 of a teaspoon at most.
Also, we just need to do more. Yeah, well, why don't you just like drink half the bottle and see what we're sold. 0.004. Okay, so next we're going to try cough syrup. Now I got the Robitussin cough syrup. Obviously cough syrups like NyQuil, that's infamous for having a lot of alcohol in it. That'll obviously trigger results. So we're going to try Robitussin, something a little less obvious.
Bottoms up.
Oh, I like the Pam spray better.
Oh.
Yeah,
You are
0.001.
Steady at 0.001.
Yeah.
All right, next on the list is O'Doul's non-alcoholic beer. Oh wow, that's really bad.
0.028. Yep, that's over the legal limit for minors. So, yeah, don't drink O'Doul's right before driving.
Yeah.
Or ever, really.
I don't recommend it at all. Okay, next we're going to try Listerine Cool Mint.
That's your bottle now.
I think Listerine might trigger interlock.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so in case people are getting confused at home, 0.08 is the legal limit, not 0.8. So that right there is 9 times the legal limit. That's over 9 times the legal limit right there. So, but this much alcohol in your mouth will take a good 35 minutes to completely and utterly get out. So the effects of Listerine will last a half an hour easy. So if you've had Listerine within a half an hour of taking a breath test, it's going to have at least some effect. All right, so white bread, honey buns, Listerine, Cliff bars, these things can cause false positive in breath tests. But let me make this clear. You won't get drunk eating a loaf of white bread, okay? There's a difference between having a legitimate blood alcohol content of 0.02 and producing a 0.02 BAC reading on the machine. What it is it has to do with mouth alcohol, okay? This machine is designed to detect the very small, faint bits of alcohol that escape from your blood into your lungs when you've been drinking. Actual alcohol in your mouth is at a much higher concentration than the alcohol fumes in your lungs. So when alcohol gets in your mouth and you blow into this machine, it produces a much higher reading than when alcohol goes from your blood to the air in your lungs and into the machine. That's mouth alcohol. That's why the readings disappear so quickly. As the mouth alcohol evaporates, the reading goes away. So what you can see is the higher the alcohol reading, the longer it takes to dissipate. But even with the Listerine, it was all gone after 35 minutes. With the bread and the honey buns, 3-4 minutes, nothing. So our conclusion is that certain foods can cause false positives on a breathalyzer machine, but only if you ate them immediately before taking the test. That's why when you take a breath test at a police station, they make you wait 20 minutes before you can take the test. They observe you for 20 minutes to make sure you don't eat anything or put anything in your mouth before you take the test. Additionally, on the ignition interlock system in your car, most of them have a retest within 5 minutes. So if you fail the test, you should retest in 5 minutes. Well, within 5 minutes, there should be a great reduction in the results. So if you see somebody fail an ignition interlock test and then the retest is much lower than the first test, that's an indicator of mouth alcohol rather than blood alcohol. The takeaway from this is if you have ignition interlock, you're going to take a breath test, don't eat anything prior to taking it. Give yourself a good 20 minutes and you should be fine. But yes, food can cause false positives on a breathalyzer test. At any rate, thanks for watching. If you have a criminal charge in Northern Virginia, give us a call at Nichols Green. Me or my law partner will be happy to do a free consultation with you over the phone or in person. Thanks for watching.